Welcome to our maritime history journey, where we dive deep into the fascinating world of ships, trade, and exploration. Today, we'll explore how maritime innovations have shaped human history, connecting continents and cultures. From the swift clipper ships of the 19th century to monumental naval battles that define empires, we'll uncover the stories and significant events that changed the fate of nations. So, grab your imaginary compass and set sail with us as we embark on this adventure through time and tide. Let's begin our exploration with the clipper ships, the remarkable vessels that graced the seas during the mid-19th century. Designed for speed, these ships had large sail areas and sleek hulls, allowing them to reach remarkable speeds of over 20 knots, or about 23 miles per hour. Clippers became the backbone of trade routes, particularly in the tea trade between China and Britain, as well as in transporting passengers and cargo, like guano from Peru. The Cutty Sark, launched in 1869, is one of the most famous surviving examples of a clipper ship and is preserved in London. It symbolizes an era of maritime innovation. However, with the opening of the Suez Canal in 1869 and the rise of steamships that, while slower, provided more reliable travel times, the era of the clipper was swiftly coming to an end, marking a significant shift in maritime transportation. Now, let's move forward in time and explore the epic Battle of Trafalgar, a pivotal naval engagement that took place on October 21, 1805. During the Napoleonic Wars, Admiral Horatio Nelson commanded the British Royal Navy against the combined French and Spanish fleets at Cape Trafalgar, off the coast of Spain. Nelson's strategic genius led to a decisive British victory, ensuring maritime supremacy for over a century. His famous signal before the battle, "England expects that every man will do his duty," is etched in British naval history. Unfortunately, Nelson was killed in this battle, but he became a national hero. The victory at Trafalgar not only cemented Britain's naval dominance but also showcased the evolution of naval warfare. Then, we must turn to a ship that has captured the imagination of many, the RMS Titanic. This British passenger liner sank on April 15, 1912, after colliding with an iceberg during its maiden voyage. The Titanic was heralded as practically unsinkable due to its advanced safety features. However, roughly 1,500 of the 2,224 passengers and crew tragically lost their lives in this disaster. The sinking prompted significant changes in maritime safety regulations, such as the requirement for enough lifeboats for all passengers and a 24-hour radio watch for ships at sea. The Titanic's wreck was discovered in 1985 by a team led by Robert Ballard and remains a crucial site of historical reflection today, lying about 12,500 feet deep in the North Atlantic Sea. Speaking of historical voyages, let's not forget the Mayflower, the ship that carried the Pilgrims from England to the New World in 1620. This voyage was undertaken by a group of separatists seeking religious freedom. With around 102 passengers and a crew of about 30, they anchored at Plymouth Rock in Massachusetts on December 21, 1620. During their journey, the Pilgrims signed the Mayflower Compact, which served as the first governing document of Plymouth Colony. Though half of the passengers did not survive the harsh winter, their successful harvest in 1621 birthed the tradition of Thanksgiving, which continues to this day. Continuing our voyage through history, we arrive at the USS Constitution, the oldest commissioned warship afloat in the world, launched in 1797. It earned the nickname Old Ironsides during the War of 1812, a title that arose when cannonballs seemed to bounce off its sturdy oak hull. The Constitution had several notable victories against British frigates and is now preserved as a museum ship in Boston Harbor. A symbol of the emerging naval power of the United States, the ship stands as a testament to America's maritime heritage. Next, we explore the ambitious journey of Ferdinand Magellan, a pioneering explorer who led the first expedition to circumnavigate the globe from 1519 to 1522. Although he did not complete the voyage due to his death in the Philippines, this expedition marked a monumental achievement in human exploration. Magellan's route took him past the southern tip of South America through what is now known as the Strait of Magellan, and he famously named the vast ocean the Pacific Ocean, meaning peaceful sea, after his fleet encountered calm waters. The voyage was completed by the surviving ship, Victoria, under Juan Sebastián Elcano. This journey expanded the world's geographic knowledge immensely and demonstrated the potential for global navigation. Moving back in time, we find ourselves with Christopher Columbus, an Italian explorer whose expeditions under the Spanish crown led him to the Caribbean in 1492. Columbus made a total of 4 voyages across the Atlantic, aiming to find a western route to Asia. His flagship, the Santa Maria, along with the Nina and Pinta, formed the fleet that made history when they landed on an island in the Bahamas on October 12, 1492. Despite believing he had reached Asia, he is credited with discovering a new world that would eventually lead to the colonization of the Americas. His voyages initiated an era of exploration that forever changed the globe, illustrating how maritime pursuits would lead to significant cultural exchanges and tumultuous histories. Lastly, let's reflect on the RMS Lusitania, which met its fate on May 7, 1915, during World War I when it was sunk by a German U-boat off the coast of Ireland. The Lusitania was not just a passenger liner but was also carrying munitions, something that Germany used as a justification for the attack. This tragic event resulted in the deaths of 1,198 people, including 128 Americans, and it sparked international outrage that played a role in shifting public sentiment against Germany, eventually leading to the United States' involvement in the war in 1917. The Lusitania's sinking is a poignant reminder of how maritime history is deeply intertwined with broader global conflicts. We also cannot overlook the significance of the HMS Beagle, the ship that carried the naturalist Charles Darwin on his 5-year voyage around the world from 1831 to 1836. While Darwin was not the captain of the ship, his observations of diverse wildlife, particularly in the Galapagos Islands, helped shape his theory of evolution through natural selection. This expedition enhanced our understanding of biology and the interconnectedness of life on Earth, showcasing how maritime exploration has contributed to the fields of science and philosophy alike. Lastly, let's delve into the Battle of Hampton Roads, which occurred on March 8 to 9, 1862, and holds the distinction of being the first battle between ironclad warships, the USS Monitor and the CSS Virginia. Though the battle ended in a draw, it marked the beginning of the end for wooden ships, as this engagement ushered in the era of ironclad vessels. The Monitor was especially known for its innovative revolving gun turret, a design that would become standard for future warships. The significance of this battle cannot be overstated, as it highlighted the evolution of naval warfare strategies, which would continue to develop into the modern era. Today, we explored a multitude of maritime history's most captivating stories, shining light on the integral role ships played in trade, exploration, and warfare. From the speedy clipper ships that dominated trade routes to monumental events like the sinking of the Titanic and groundbreaking expeditions by explorers such as Magellan and Columbus, each moment we discuss serves as a thread in the rich tapestry of our maritime history. The lessons we've uncovered remind us that the sea is not just a body of water but a pathway connecting cultures and igniting innovation across centuries. Each vessel and each battle speaks volumes about human ambition, resilience, and adventure. Thank you for joining us on this fascinating exploration of maritime history. We hope you enjoyed sailing through the past with us and discovered new insights into how ships and sea exploration have shaped our world today. Until next time, keep your curiosity afloat and continue to explore the wonders of history. Safe travels on your journeys, whether on land or at sea.